but it's now going to be all about our next guest, our special guest waiting in the wings. We don't want to keep him waiting because he's such a busy man. We're very, very, very honoured to be joined by the most awesome Macka B. Karen, say some fantastic words. Here he is. Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Macka B. Oh my God. Yeah. He likes
Yes. Thank you for joining us, sir. It's jolly good of you, I must say, to come in. And it shows this whole live stream kind of works, isn't it? It's like, it's always with bated breath. Is our guest going to be able to join us? And here he is. So that's absolutely fantastic. How are you keeping, sir? I believe today's a big day, actually.
Yeah, give time. The sun's blazing. Just my kind of weather.
And what's happening today? Isn't it a big day? Didn't something happen just 2.5 hours ago in the world of Macka B?
Yeah, video premiere, Cucumba To Di World. Yeah. We did it in Goa in India and just come out. It's been very well received.
That is fantastic, and it's literally you know, I know we've got it, and I'm going to just prompt in a minute my producer Pete to play the short video. It's only short, but it's fantastic. This is literally just gone live, you know, today, a couple of hours ago. We're absolutely thrilled to be sort of sharing this, you know, live platform. Just tell us before we see it. Just tell us a little bit more about it. What's going on here before we drop this?
Yeah, well, it's like the story of the Medical Mondays and the Wami Eat Wednesdays, and how the Cucumba video went viral around the world, and it's just telling people a little bit about my past and what kind of type of lyrics I talk, social commentary and thing, and how it went viral and thing, and how people have gravitated towards it. So it's just about the journey, you know.
Okay, so fantastic. Let's have a little look. Actually, I think we've got something queued up where we can have a little look and a listen. I think it's a short taste, and this is the Cucumba video.
Cucumba to the world. Cucumba to the world.
Oh, yeah. So I was just having a little shuffle there. It just reminds me of Bristol Veg Fest whenever I hear it. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, it's a summer song, you know.
It's a summer song. It's a great sound. And you must be missing the festivals. Like, what's going on? I mean, how do you manage without that, you know, fix of live performance? It must be awful.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of festivals lined up, and they've been put off till next year. But I'm always thinking positive, even in strange situations. So even when you're at home, I'm a family man. I love my family, you know, so it's nice to be with your family for such a long time, you know. And you find you get a lot of inspiration from my wife, my children, my grandchildren. So it's great. So you'll see even bigger and better things coming from Macka B, you know. So that's how we have to do, reflect and come again.
Oh, they're wonderful words, Macka B. You are such an inspiration. You know, we're very lucky to have your support. You are such an advocate for veganism and your incredible music. And I know I've said it, you know, before when Macka B come on my radio show, but, you know, we have brilliant acts at VegFest and VegFest Bristol. But when Macka B goes onto the stage, it just, the level goes up, the audience go wild. He has them eating out of the palm of his hand. He's just absolutely incredible. So, yeah, we're very lucky, and for you to come over to Summerfest as well next weekend.
Yeah, it should be nice. It should be nice, you know, very nice. You know, it's different. It's an online thing, but, you know, we can still bring the vibes, you know, so we'll see.
All about the vibes. You performed for some brilliant people, haven't you? Who's been in your audience before Macka B?
Well, everybody is brilliant to me. Even the smallest person in the audience, you know, the most unknown person is brilliant. But you may be talking about people like Nelson Mandela and those kind of people and certain politicians and all these kind of things, you know. Yeah, it's nice to perform in front of them. But as I say, even the man next door or the woman next door or the woman down the road, they're just as great.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And I remember, because you do travel a lot, because you're performing, everybody wants you all over Europe, you know, further afield. And I remember you telling me that you actually pack your blender into your suitcase, don't you?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. Because that's when I started to travel, like when I was becoming vegan, like you find some of the places didn't understand it, you know. When you say you don't eat meat, fish, and dairy products, they didn't get it, you know. So when you go down for breakfast, it's like there's nothing there I can have. Maybe I can have a piece of fruit or something like that, you know. So at first I brought I brought a mini stove, you know, those little stoves, like camping stove.
Yeah.
And I brought my pots and my pans, but they were too big, you know. So and sometimes it took a long time to prepare the food. So then I went to the blender, and ever since then it's smoothie every single morning. I have a smoothie every morning anyway. So when I'm in a hotel, it's smoothie time, you know. It might wake up the person in the next room, but that's life. You know?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh,
we've got some fantastic little slides for you coming up, Macka B. One of the interesting things is that, I mean, we noted, I was counting the appearances. You first came to VegFest in 2007, and that was 13 years ago. And I think you played 6 times now.
6 times.
Yeah, it's the 6th time. One of the nice things about the online thing, actually, is that, and I should say what you're doing, you're going to be joining us on Sunday, the 16th of August at around about 9 o'clock, I think, for a live chat with Karen and myself on the global veganism live stream. And then we've got a set that you've recorded that we're going to then stream live. So you're going to be there to talk and chat, and so people can tune in. And what's nice is that this festival, because it's so about an online aspect, there's people I know that we've come across now who have been excluded from live events, and they get a little bit forgotten about. You mentioned about, you know, the person down the street and such like, and making sure that the accessibility of music and the thrill of a live event, it's not going to quite transfer over the online factor, but the online version does give people with disabilities or mobility challenges or illnesses or such like childcare and other, you know, logistics that prevent them from attending live events, is to now have a really custom built event that really does put a lot of energy into what is now an online festival. So that's the real benefit, I think, is that it reaches, it's got a reach now. Not only can we reach to people who've been perhaps excluded from live events and are still excluded from live events, but also the fact we can go global, that we can be free, that we can touch base with people literally all over the world. All they need is an internet connection and the all-important web link, which is, of course, VegfestUK.co.uk, and you can come in and find all about it. So, but I have noted that you haven't changed once. You don't look any different from here, which is 2007, from what you are now. That's that, well, you know, apart from you had a trip on the old.
It must be the veganism, you know. It must be what I'm eating, you know. Yeah, it keeps you young, you know. It keeps you young, and you know, and thinking positive also keeps you young, and exercising as well. You know, we exercise a lot as well, so you know, it's all part of it, you know. But mentally, you know, gotta be positive.
I love
that right now. Do you find that a challenge? I mean, you said you're a grandfather, and you know it is challenging times. Do you find either your own motivation and challenges changing? And interestingly, what about the people around you? To see young people especially? You know, what do you think about mental challenges right now?
Yeah, it's hard for some, especially if they haven't got like a good grounding, like a good foundation, like a lot of positive people around them, you know. But I'm fortunate to have positive people. My children are very positive, you know, even my grandchildren, you know. they're positive, even though they can't do certain things. You know, they've always got a smile on their face. You know, like they're happy all the time. You know, we keep each other happy. You know, we play with each other. You know, we inform each other of certain things. You know, and we eat good. You know, because I'm of the thinking that you are what you eat. You know, so a lot of the animals that are eating, like, they're very stressed out, because you're gonna be stressed out living the life that you're living. So that stress can be passed on to you, you know. So we just eat live foods, you know. We don't eat the death, you know. So I think that kind of helps, because you are what you eat, you know. So it helps to keep myself up, you know. So no matter the situation, we're always positive at the moment, you know. So we just gotta give thanks, you know. 'Cause it's good to have a spirituality as well, you know. Then you can look past all the physical, you know. If you know there's a higher force, you know, wherever you want to call that higher force. But if you can tap into that energy, it kind of give you more power, you know, and make it be even more positive, you know.
I get that, and I think that it's a threesome of good food, like raw and ITAL food, you know, the unproduced, so that it's in its fresh state, what we'll call a rainbow whole food plant-based diet, which I'm sure our doctors Shireen and Layla would be absolutely 100% behind. You know, I know you are. I know you've been doing a lot of work recently. I've seen your little videos promoting the benefits, basically, of plant-based diets, but particularly for mental health too. I think the exercise is really important, and positive thinking. I mean, the thing about positive thinking is you've got to. It's like anything. You've got to do it. You've got to have the discipline. Yeah. You know, sometimes you've got to have that discipline. I know it's not easy, and I don't want to get in the way of anybody's challenges, because everybody's got different challenges. But Karen, I know you know, we have to, sometimes you just got to switch your mood. And for me, that is 99% of the time music. So right now, you know, like Good Times, Chic is my go-to. If I'm feeling miserable, which I feel miserable a lot of the time, you know, I can't help it. I put on some good music and just start feeling those rhythms, and you know, it's just like, you know, and then I kind of get a little bit up, and then it's like I try what I am doing a lot of right now is Qigong. So Qigong sessions, which is basically a lot of deep breathing, soft exercises. I'm good mental health, and I'm just not indulging sometimes in that misery. Is sometimes, and music's a big part of that. And part of the whole thing about the Summerfest is actually is to share a bit of positive energy, you know, positive energy, give a bit, feel a bit, share a bit, and, you know, feel good about yourself. I think if we can all do a bit of that right now, that's pretty wicked. So yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Karen, something to ask Macka B before we wrap up.
No, just telling everybody to tune in on Sunday. Don't forget, tune in. It's going to be really nice. Tune in for the whole day, you know. Even people who are either vegans, vegetarians, you're thinking about it, you're not thinking about it, just tune in, you know. You'll learn something and you'll get some entertainment. You'll be full joy in certain things, you know. And don't forget to watch the Cucumba To Di World video. It's on YouTube. Check Macka B's YouTube. Cucumba To Di World. Brand new video. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Okay. Thank you, Macka B.
Yes. Thank you, Macka B. You're an absolute inspiration. We love music. I love your personality. You know, we've got to work together in the past. I feel very blessed to know you and to know your music. I just want you as my life coach.
No, Karen, you're doing well yourself. You know, you're always bubbly. You've always got a good vibes, you know, the both of you. So we give thanks, you know.
Hey!
There's the phone.
What a ringtone. That's a wicked ringtone. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. I can tell you're busy, so we're going to let you go now. Thank you ever so much. And again, you know, do come and join us. So if you want to tune in, listen to Macka B, see his set. That's going to be on the Sunday, the 16th of August, around about 9 p.m. Until then.
All right. One love. Guidance. Yes.
Love. Yes. Please tune in for that new single. Oh, it's classic. Oh my gosh, we're so lucky, Karen. We get such awesome guests, and it's such a crack too. And honestly, I mean, He really is. That fellow there really is, you know, proper job. I mean, we're just lucky to share a planet with you know, Macka B in my book. I'm glad that people like Macka B are around right now.